All right, moving ahead. Up next, we have India Startup Growth Story by Startup India DPIIT. For the same, I would request Ms. Simran Hasija, Associate Startup India DPIIT, to join on the stage. Let's have a huge round of applause, everyone, for Ms. Simran Hasija.
From Startup India, DPIIT, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Today, I'd like to take you on a journey to India's startup growth story. Startup India, launched on 16th January 2016 by the Government of India, aimed at catalyzing a startup culture and building a strong and inclusive entrepreneurial ecosystem in the country. India today is home to almost 2 lakh DPIIT recognized startups that have created more than 20 lakh jobs across 56 sectors, emerging from 50, out of these 52 of them are 52% are emerging from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. It's a pleasure to be here today at Global FinTech Festival among innovators, investors, and policymakers who are collectively shaping the future of finance. On behalf of Startup India, I'm delighted to share India's policy ecosystem, how it's working to enable and accelerate innovation. Before we get into this, let's talk about what a startup is and how we define it. So, a startup is any private limited company, a limited liability partnership, or a registered partnership that is in 10 years from date of incorporation and has not exceeded its revenue of rupees 100 crores in any fiscal year and is working towards innovation, scalability, job creation, and wealth generation. Now, one of the common challenges that every founder talks about is access to capital. Let's talk about a scheme that is truly the starting point for thousands of entrepreneurs across the country, the Startup India Seed Fund Scheme. Looking back at every unicorn and every scale up, it began with a small step, like a small idea, their first investor pitch, and their first prototype development. That's where the Startup India Seed Fund Scheme comes into play. In 2021, Government of India launched a 945 crore scheme to provide financial assistance to early stage startups for their proof of concept, prototype development, product trials, market entry, and commercialization. These funds are being provided to startups through incubators who are the experts at the ground level. These are mentors, investors, and ecosystem leaders who best understand the local startup potential. So far, more than 200 incubators and more than 3,000 startups have been supported under this scheme. Now, we all know that great ideas often die not just because of lack of potential, but also because of lack of collateral. So, why can't we shift it from asking, like, where is your collateral, to start asking, what is your innovation, your model, and your potential? That's where the credit guarantee scheme for startups steps in. The CGSS scheme was launched by DPIIT in 2022 to encourage financial institutions to lend to DPIIT recognized startups. In simple terms, this scheme provides a safety net to member institutions like banks, NBFCs, and alternative investment funds with a guaranteed cover of 85% on loans extended to eligible startups. This has enabled women entrepreneurs, startups in tier 2 cities to get access to institutional credit. We also know another barrier for startups was funding beyond the idea stage. India had brilliant innovators, but venture capital was still limited. Now, this is where the funds of funds scheme for startups was designed to change that. It's not just a fund, it's a catalyst. Through this funds of funds scheme, the government doesn't invest directly into these startups, but instead SIDBI manages this fund and invests in SEBI-registered alternative investment funds, which in turn invests in DPIT-recognized startups. So the government plays a role of an institutional anchor investor, helping professional fund managers take capital to high potential startups across sectors and stages. That's the multiplier effect we aim for. Like with every rupee that government put, it attracts more from the market. FFS is a long-term vision, and it's not just about chasing quick returns, but nurturing India's venture capital backbone. That's what the CGSS scheme, the Funds of Funds scheme, and Startup India Seed Fund scheme together represent a continuum of capital support from early stages of ideation to scale-ups. Now, I guess I speak on everyone's behalf here that we all enjoy a holiday. And wouldn't that be even better when we talk about a tax holiday? Alongside funding, we understand that ease of doing business and financial incentives are equally vital for startups' growth. And one of the most significant benefits available to DPIT recognized startups is under the Section 80 ISC of the Income Tax Act. Startups that meet the eligibility criteria can avail 100% income tax exemption for 3 consecutive years out of their first 10 years of incorporation. This allows them to reinvest their profits into growth and job creation. Today, more than 4,000 startups have been granted a certificate of eligible business to avail this tax exemption benefit. Let's talk about the Startup India access through a few initiatives. Coming up to the Bharat Startup Grand Challenge, if I were to describe this initiative, I'd say it's one where some of the biggest challenges meet some of the boldest innovators. So when Startup India began in 2016, the aim was not just to create startups, but also to create solutions to strengthen governance, to improve public service delivery, and boost local economies. The Bharat Startup Grand Challenge was launched from this vision this year on 16th January 2025. So we like to think of it as a nationwide matchmaking exercise where ministries, states, and corporates define their challenges, and startups across the country compete to solve them with breakthrough ideas, technology, and business models. As we move towards Viksit Bharat 2047, initiatives like BSGC are defining how India solves its complex problems, not through imports, but through innovation made in India, for India, and by Indian startups. Talking about international market access, Startup India has forged strategic alliances with diverse global entities to facilitate the exchange of knowledge, bolster innovation inflows, and facilitate cross-border innovation, thereby nurturing the expansion and development of startups. Currently, there are more than 20 international bridges for startup exposure and multilateral engagements undertaken as part of global collaborations. Moving on to corporate partners. Having more than 100 corporate partners that have supported more than 250 startups, these partnerships have helped startups validate their technology, access markets, and secure investments. while corporates gain agility, fresh ideas, and a front row seat to India's innovation movement. So, my message today here to founders, investors, corporates, ecosystem partners, and startups is simple. Let's keep collaborating, keep creating, and keep believing in the power of Indian innovation. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.